seconds ago.
I don't care. I don't care.
Well,
You heard me, audience. It's great. I love this vacation from you. It's amazing.
I want my vacation to end. It was supposed to be 2 weeks.
She's a workaholic, DM.
Mm. Anyways, welcome one and all in one, and everything in between to another exciting episode of some stuff that I need to
Arise,
change.
fabulous high school academia adventure, please.
Magical
Hold on a second.
education.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, you guys are all yelling at once. And I'm also trying to change the Twitch thing as
Got it.
I'm.
Q's High School Adventure and Friends.
No,
Are we the friends, or is there some other people we don't know about?
no, I'm the friend. You guys are just side cast.
Okay.
I'm just saying it from Q's perspective, okay?
Friend
Okay,
and acquaintances.
Sort of, yeah. Q, her buddy, and other people.
hostage.
Hostage.
Yeah, she just has a hostage in her house because of reasons.
Just more convenient, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Ready, start?
Well, as soon as I'm done changing the stuff, give me a second. We need a secretary to do all this.
I imagine you guys should say Q, you, and the rest of us.
Okay, there we go. Okay, it has been changed
Yay!
to my Hogwarts Academia.
Professional starting.
Professional. I mean, I did a good viewing of other streamers the other day, and you know, we're doing pretty good. Okay, that's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
I would give
Yeah.
us a 3+.
I would give us a 4, to be honest.
4 out of 8 to F scale.
Not 4 out of
4.36.
7 scale. You know, I like to do the weird ones.
I thought you were gonna do a 4 out of 5.
You know,
4
let's
out of
just
7, actually, it's like,
okay, guys. Let's just skip it, and we'll just give ourselves a circled squared. Anyways, so yeah. Without further ado, DM, take it away.
So, Q and everyone.
Yay!
Everyone,
Q
you
and
open. Huh?
Q and friends.
Q and friends. Q and friends are finishing up, enjoying their lunch, and a couple of students have already dispersed, just a couple of stragglers. And if you would look in your um, the big tome that you're using, you would see that most students now are being given a choice of elective classes at this time.
Is lunch on the list?
You, I mean, there are not lunch, but kind of a free study kind of area where you can honestly use this time to sit in the library for a few hours.
free period.
Yes.
Gotcha.
This is your time to take elective classes or have free period.
I will continue to eat my food and wait till I see what Q says.
Q, as you're looking through, there are a couple of because you can literally scroll through the book.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see a few electives actually coming through. They might like stuff more magic classes, um, a few elemental education classes for that go into like the more specifics of elements.
Mm-hmm.
There are different study groups actually forming together that you can partake in, where they're studying certain like spells or like families. There's a laundry list of things. And Moose, if you know from work coming to school here before, you have things such as like music classes you could attend, different types of instruments you can learn, different groups of maybe musicians getting together around this time too.
Yeah, Goose Jams is Moosehead book, just looking at everything. Just,
Hmm.
Actually, I got a question, DM.
Yes.
So are sports also considered in the sport free elective thing, or is that separate?
Sports can have like I would say yes. There can be some sport groups getting together, say teams, like they'll be out practicing or doing stuff such as like that. Yeah.
So like so specifically for the one that we're doing, King's Court, is that one out now, or is that like after school?
Tryouts are after school.
Okay.
But right now you would have athletes actually like maybe getting some extra training in, carving up even, or doing things like what athletes do.
Is there
Got
like
you.
a Hercules course basically, where it's like all track and field stuff and like just turning athletes and future fighters and stuff into monsters?
I mean, in a way, that's how you see of like where yeah, there's a court and then there's the riding track around the court and so forth. So technically,
I also got another question, just for my reference, right?
hmm
So since I'm a previous quote unquote veteran of the field, do I have to try out again, or am I just kind of in?
it's basically a formality at this point.
All right,
You're
so I gotta wait till after school for the tryouts.
right.
Okay, that's what I gotta know. Okay.
Um, out of the elective classes, Finis, is there one like specifics in regards to, I don't know if it's like a scroll scribing elective type thing?
So like magical craft classes are there, and I
Yeah.
think there will be either like, um, I was gonna say spell crafting, but no more of scroll crafting. Yeah, like
Yeah.
same equivalent. Like there would be stuff like workshop, but magic shop.
Ooh,
So chanting.
Yeah, enchanting.
that's good. Yeah, I'll just go up to like them and it's like, what do you think of this one? And I'll just point to the scroll scribing one. See?
I'm literally just gonna call it in. What would be a good equivalent for the workshop class? En- enchant shop, enchant.
Magic workshop.
Yeah, fuck it, magic workshop.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One shot.
Yeah.
Alchemy station?
Well, alchemy's a bit narrow kind of thing.
No, it's not.
Anyway,
You've never studied alchemy, sir. How do you know?
Yeah.
I've shoveled the last bit of food in my mouth. I look over at it, look over at her, look over at it, look back at her, look
See,
over at it.
like maybe they could teach me how to write like the scrolls super cheaply and cost effective, and then I can make and just start wagging the tail and wagging the butt, and then I can do a thing.
Okay. And I ruffle her hair and
Yeah.
pat her head.
by the
Oh.
way, Damon, the tryouts for King's Court, that's not until after school. So feel free to do this period whatever you want.
Okay. I continue eating my food.
Where do I have to go to do this scroll making elective thingamabob?
Should say in the book, right, DM?
Yeah, I was actually
Well,
asking the DM.
Well, actually, Sebastian's there also looking, and he'll actually show you like, yeah, it actually once you select it, it will have all the information on the preceding sheet. Usually where it's located, but
As he
Um,
reaches for her book, I just do a low grumbling growl.
slowly pulls his arm back and uses his own book.
So
And then I
all
point to
I
her in her book how to do it.
so I just press this. I should just press the thingy.
As soon as your finger touches the page, pages start to flip to the information on that class.
Ooh. Quick scan
Only
read.
note for this game so
Mm.
far: do not trust Sebastian.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here and do this. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay,
If you want, I actually took Magic Shop, last year. I could probably walk you to there.
oh, that would be really nice. It may say where it is, but I don't know. This building is so big. But yeah, if you don't mind showing me, and she'll just like clap her hands together and look all cutesy.
Yo, DM, how
Sebastian.
many of these are we allowed to pick?
You have, I would say, close to an hour to fill this time.
What are you gonna
No.
do, Goose?
Music class isn't bad, but
I would say if you consolidate your time, you could do 2 specific things or take 1 class. So spend time with like a magic study group instead of going to a full class that takes a full hour.
I'll buy my time by trying to do 2 classes.
I forgot, Goose. What instrument do you play?
What don't I? He pulls out one instrument. It's like a violin.
Ooh,
It's like
pretty.
it's like nearly pitch black with like some dark red trim on it. And then he pulls out a harp. Yeah, it has a bit of a golden color to it. And then he pulls out a lyre.
Question. This is him asking in character.
Yeah, where the fuck is he
Yeah,
pulling all these?
that's exactly what I was about to say.
Do you
That's
just
a
have
good-
like an oversized backpack filled with instruments, or?
I assume a bag of holding with that much, like.
No, I carry a big bag.
Okay. So just there's all this clanging and noise every time you're digging out one of these.
Bing! Like you're like a plex, like a
Like-
little plexer. Bing!
He would just like
There's-
pull her bag up from the chair and be like, "You should really get one of these. They're really good. I can fit so many books in there. They all stay neat and tidy." I mean, that's
Like
got.
if I dropped a spoon in this bag, would it just sound like a drum solo?
Probably. Q says probably.
See, we never noticed before, but he's like basically running like a 3 days backpack, just like full on like.
He looks like
Like,
he
at
has
least-
a one-man band set up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. We just
Ooh,
haven't noticed it up till this point though. Like that's the thing.
ooh, maybe I can get your bag, and if the magic class is any good, then they can teach me how to make one of my bags, and then I make it into your bag. I can draw like a little happy symbol on it. And it's like,
Yeah.
And
not
Q's
a
just
bad
wagging her
idea.
tail and
I
wriggling.
pick up the cookie on my plate and I just feed it to her. It's like talking.
Hum. Hum, 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 hum.
You were saying, Sebastian?
That's not a bad idea. They probably have a surplus of bags of holdings there. Or if not, maybe pouches.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Goose can, use that clang clang.
I'm fine. Fine. He's just sticking his face still in the book.
But what if you want to
Uh,
put a piano into thy school? You can't fit a piano in your bag. Unless you can fit a piano in your bag. Can you fit a piano in your bag? You can't?
Is there
Aw.
such thing as a magic keyboard, like piano, but like smaller size?
Yes.
I mean, that's it.
No, this is him asking in character because he doesn't know.
Sebastian. Yes.
Well, maybe you should look into that, Goose.
More instruments.
After you get a bag of holding, that is, because this clanging isn't doing you any flavors.
Why don't you just get a Sith guitar?
Well, now that you actually mentioned it, there was actually someone I think in B2 class. They have this orb thing with a stick pointing out of it.
Okay. Is that
Yeah,
it?
they just squeeze it, it opens up. It's like a smiley face. They use that for casting magic.
You just look really confused and go back to eating.
So would it look like this? He's like, Goosecast Minor alludes to try and guess what it looks like.
It's a specific kind of toy thing and it's literally just a smiley face that is a synthetic like keyboard, but you have to squeeze it, and it makes one kind of sound.
Oh, out of character, I know what they.
Oh, I know what
I
it is.
know.
Yeah, I know what it is now.
Lost, so I'll just continue to stare.
Yeah, I'm lost as well.
Do you remember the exact name of those things so I can show you?
I can't remember. Just new age instruments. The internet loves them. Pretty much, yeah.
I still just be confused even if you send me a picture.
Yeah.
I literally typed in smiley instruments and there it is.
To answer your question, no, I can't let it.
Lupo just looks extremely confused. That's all. Yeah, I never would have guessed that in a million years.
I just continue eating. And do we choose what courses we're taking now?
You have, yes, you're able to choose a course that you would like to have as an elective.
Well, since Q has selected hers, I will do free periods so I can just hang out around where she is.
I mean, Sebastian speaks up. You could take it with her theoretically.
Yeah, good, man.
Also, the workshop. It's kind of jointed. We do enchanting there, crafting there, some tinkerers around there as well. I think one of the teachers are actually brother sister. One does a lot of forging and metalworking, and the other one does, all the enchanting stuff.
Maybe if you get the fortune one, then you can make some pretty like pieces of clothing, some protection, and then I can put some magic on it and make it extra pretty. And then we'll just have the prettiest sets of
sewers in there
clothing.
as well.
Make this bag keep talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, what color would you want your bag?
Dealer's choice.
Well, we could probably ask these questions while we're there or on the way.
Well, personally, I think I'm gonna take a free period, so you guys enjoy your time there.
Lupo, you could do going out, checking with the course, doing some training. You could also talk with some of the coaches as well. You would know about their routine. In particular, the coach for King's Court is out, usually out with a couple of people practicing and running some drills.
Oh yeah. I mean, like it's still a free period, but I can definitely talk to people. Yeah.
Yeah. So after cleaning up for lunch, Sebastian will eventually guide you towards the workshop.
Yeah.
As you're walking, as you go down a hall, it eventually kind of turns. You see the door frame, and it turns into. Have you ever seen like a garage type workshop building?
Yes.
It opens up into this open space. You see where a couple of students are metalworking, a couple of students are carving some wood. You take a closer look and you see where like enchanting tables are with a couple of different trinkets on it. After walking for a while, Sebastian points out like over here's enchanting, and you hear from in the back of the room. Other than that, you see two people arguing. Look, you left the tools on my side. That means I'm able to do whatever I want with it. The other one speaks. Look, that's my hammer. It gave you no right to enchant it. But look at it. Now it's bright and pink.
I just pull over to Damon's sleeve or whatever sleeve he has, and I was like, it's pretty.
See, the last agrees with me. Oh, we have company. Sorry. Um, you must be new?
Yes, yes. I'm Q, and this is Damon. We're looking to join the magic workshop, you called it?
Sorry about that. Um, yes. This is the woman speaks up and goes, "Ah, yes. You can call me Red, and over here, well, people call him Slate. You see, for Slate and Red, Red is kind of a stronger kind of woman, having different. How can I describe, like, different inscribings on their arm, and you see, just because of magic and other magic users as well, so Moose and whoever has basic understanding would see different scribings and um, runes and other sigils.
DM, what
Mhm.
any runes I would recognize?
Um, yes, I would say yes.
Do I specifically know what runes?
Um,
I'm mostly
there's like
talking about giant runes.
only a couple that you see a couple giant uses for like strength and different ones like that, but there are also runes in different languages as well, not just giant. You, who here speaks Sylvan, Dwarven, or Giant?
I do. Sylvan in
Me,
my case.
both.
All right. Anyone who speaks those languages, you would know. You would see different words of power in each one, like words like fire, of or healing in different runes, and you probably imagine these are all for, in her case, quick enchanting, like how she is an enchanter, and these are just common things she uses, so she put them on.
Do I see any Isse or Uva runes?
Sure, I would
Mm,
say yes. Those might pop up.
instantly take note of everyone who's wearing one. Add them to my murder list.
So,
List
um,
closed. Can I get the description of all the people who are wearing? I'm just kidding.
and then the man, he's a bit stronger, brawnier. They both have brownish hair. Um, for Red, you can tell she probably got the name because she's actually wearing a lot of red. And for Slate, must be some kind of family nickname. Anyways, we usually, sorry about everything. Normally we're trying not to fight, but apparently my brother here doesn't like it when I prove his work. But besides that, you here for a purpose? You thinking of taking shop?
Yeah, I was looking to like, find ways of making like awesome spell scrolls, but on a much cheaper and quicker basis as well, if that's even possible.
Yeah, that would be my department.
Okay.
Um, Normally I help students do those kind of things. Anything in particular you want? What is your knowledge of enchanting this?
Um, I can turn a fireball into an ice ball, and I can also turn the ice ball into an acid ball, and I can also turn the acid ball into a thunderball.
It's transmutation, not enchanted.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a bit more of elemental school.
Well,
So let's start with the
consider
basics.
consider me a novice then.
All right. Here, and she opens up a cabinet and pulls out a couple of scrolls. Here are
Mm-hmm.
some basic enchantments. We can take some time aside, and I can teach you one.
Ooh, yeah.
Among the enchantments, you see a hmm, you can read one, and one says Rainer's armor. The other one is a minor potion,
Mm.
and the third one, after inspecting the third one, it's labeled uh simple light one, just light.
Hmm. Hmm. What's the light one?
It allows you to radiate, have an item, have it radiate a specific amount of light. Normally, light spells and stuff are like one or two. This will have a high feature, low feature, and you can adjust it easily. It's a very basic spell. I can teach you a no problem.
Hmm.
Well,
So,
enchantment. Hmm.
so it's essentially changes the brightness on command, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. It works very similarly to like phones nowadays. It's like I said, this is a very novice thing. You can pick this up and, well, actually try it.
Okay.
So what you're going to want to do, and she's going to guide you, show you, um, literally has instructions on it. Roll me a intelligence check,
Ooh.
or Arcana, actually.
Okay. Uh, I'll do the arcanas. Yeah.
All right. It comes naturally to you. Not only do you have it where it is you are working on this like extra material they had laying around is just like a wooden block kind of thing. You lay it on the paper, you say a couple, you focus your magic into it.
Mm-hmm.
As you focus your magic, it starts to radiate light, but instead of just radiating light, it slowly changes different colors. The light dances a bit where you ever see like RGB lights cycle through different
Mm.
colors,
Yeah.
and Red looks and goes, "That's different. Normally, it's just a pale light." You said you're good with fireball and electricity, right?
Yeah. Fire, cold stuff, electric stuff, acidy stuff. Really good with the force stuff.
Hmm. Try. Huh. This is going to sound dumb, but try thinking fire, like focusing on fire when you're pushing the energy into this, your magic.
Okay. And she does so.
It becomes a bright red. After a couple of minutes, you're realizing you can usually it makes one color, but after a second, you're like, if you focus on it a little bit, you can get more functionality out of it.
What if I think of a fire ice ball? Like,
It has,
hmm?
huh?
And I was just gonna say like fire and ice at the same time type thing.
You think of fire and ice,
Hmm.
you see a swirl of blue and red lights spinning.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, like I said, simple magic, but here. And she hands you a few scrolls and um, actually a book.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple of spells you can probably practice on throughout the day. Bunch of minor little things, but good to get practice under your belt, and I'm sure you'll pick it up in no time.
I shall do. Yeah. I'll just find a spot that I sit down and just look at.
The book you read is just is book of basic magic spells or basic magic enchantments. It's a lot of little things you start picking up very easily, but there's a bit more meaty stuff in the back.
Ooh. Nice.
All right then. Who came with Q on this?
No, Damon did.
Yeah.
What are you doing throughout all of this, Damien?
Picking my nose, staring at stuff, looking for paths of egress in and out of this room and building, and areas around where I can station myself and be within a couple leaping bounds from her.
Slate will walk up to you. So, what you here for?
I look at them, then look over at Q, then look back over at them, then look back at Q, then I look away.
Okay then. Slate walks away and shrugs. Lupo and Goose.
Anime trope achieved.
Lupo and Goose, what are you guys up to?
Music club.
I'm probably doing the thing where you said, like, where I'm talking to the coaches and whatnot.
Okay. Either of you want to go first?
Goose, go first.
You're so kind, Lupo. As I just walk into the music class. Oh, waddle into the music class. Yes.
You go into a couple of the music classes, just a general, and this is one that Gale is in. He's sitting there strumming on a guitar and goes, "Oh, Goose, you're joining us. Wonderful."
I thought I could, help however I can.
Well, yeah, we were actually going to be working on a couple of melodies. Some newer students are picking stuff up for now.
Newbies, huh? Yeah.
Movies. Oh yeah.
Newbies.
Newbies, yeah. Not really newbies, more so they're picking up for a hobby, I suppose. Not lifers like you and I. And he just nudges.
I slap. Goose slaps his back. And I'm pretty sure that you just hear a clink of an instrument, like ding.
Bling.
Question, does he have to jump up to reach his back?
Roll. Do me a quick favor, Moose, and roll me a dex.
Sure. Haha. Nat 20.
You are
Perfect.
perfect. Your arm is perfect length just to get the square of his back.
Perfect.
Just Moose extends arm, slap, retract.
Don't ask. It walks.
Amazing.
What song are they playing?
Turns around and he's just already standing there, like 4 feet away, like.
I feel like that's a continuation of all the nat 20s we got in our offline game.
You mean my goose luck?
Yeah.
Goose luck.
What kind of song are they playing?
You see a couple people are just stringing their instruments, but a few in the back are actually strumming along to what seems to be a more folky rhythm. You got a couple people playing guitar. Some people are what are the things where you kind of tambourine, having a bit of a tambourine. You can tell it's kind of a bit more of a folk sound.
Now, here comes the ultimate question. What kind of music does Goose play? Ooh.
Mm-hmm. That's
True.
a good question that they can't be answered because you're not there.
Yeah.
For the audience's sake.
I know.
Yeah.
So what kind of tone is the guitar guy playing? Is it more like dark, or is it more on the brighter side?
This is a very upbeat kind of happy song.
Oh, okay. I'll join in by playing the lyre.
Okay, give me a performance.
I just stare at him the whole time while I'm doing it. The duality of man. I mean, 20.
You just fit right in, and the guy is just surprised, like, oh, and just keeps playing, and he's just sitting there jamming with you.
Not
Yeah.
bad. Not bad. Moves is none. This guy's gonna be fine.
As you're jamming in a session, Lupo, you're going about to
Mm-hmm.
meet up with the coach, correct?
That is correct. Yeah.
On your way there,
Mm-hmm.
you see a couple of old buddies of yours from the King's Court actually on their way as well. You're going to the locker room, just
Okay.
getting ready to be out on the field.
Mm-hmm.
One of your, do you remember the woman from before?
Tilda, correct?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
She's sitting there's like, oh, hello, going out for practice today.
Yeah, Tilda. Yeah.
Wait,
Figured
wait.
I get some.
Question. I thought the practice and tryouts were after school.
They were, yeah.
No, but these are just going out and practicing, like getting your exercise.
Warm ups.
Yes. Like if you're going to talk to the coach, he's on the field. You're going to be out there doing your warm ups and stuff. So she's like, "Oh, you're coming out. You're actually going to be out here with us today." Just surprised.
Yeah, no, I figured, gotta still keep myself limber and whatnot,
All right, that's good. I'm sure the coach would love to speak to you as well.
Yeah.
All right, to be out there. See you out there, hopefully. And
Yep.
she heads out as you're in the locker room.
I get changed or whatever it is to prepare.
You go out there, the coach is like, "What the fuck happened to your face?"
I
As
was
you're
all
getting,
healed up from before, to be clear.
as you're getting changed, you hear a group of people come in. All right, then. So after that, I'm sure sometime in this season, I'll probably. Yeah, I don't know yet. And as you're walking in, you see, or as the group walks in, you see King Kane. Oh, if it isn't the latest or last king.
Hello, Kane. Lupo just says.
Hello to yourself. He opens up his locker or in the locker in the change room and goes,
Mm-hmm.
"Are you actually going out there today?"
Yes, I am.
Really? I thought you hung it all up at this point. I mean, I wouldn't keep going if I were you.
I mean, some may have more talent than you. No offense. He chuckles.
What would you?
That's a burn, if any. I don't know what that classifies as a check.
Roll intimidation.
Okay.
If you're a bard, you'd be going vicious mockery right now.
Yeah.
If it was a bard, yeah, that would definitely be vicious mockery, but hang on, let's see,
Guidance from a distance.
I feel a pat somehow in my head.
You can do
Ooh.
it. Darn it. Darn Lupo luck.
You hear a slam of the locker as he turns around. What was that?
What do you mean?
You still think of me as your runner-up, don't you?
I mean, some people have their natural place, don't they?
All right. All right.
And just so for your reference, by the way, he's just meeting his gaze. He's not like looking away or anything. He's just dead eye center looking at him.
He is staring you down.
I guess I'll see you on the field as he. I assume at this point he's finished up, right?
You're both basically just staring daggers.
Yeah. So I'll just say, as I'm like finished up, I'll see you on the field, and I close my locker and head out to the field.
As you walk out, he just yells, "Try not to break another one."
I just continue. I try not to let it flinch me.
You head out.
In my head canon, Lupo walked in, started changing, and then this exchange happened, and he forced this guy to watch him change the whole time.
I think that might have the kind of same thing, actually.
Yeah.
That typical man locker room of like.
Like, fucking starts to take off his pants, throws it down his ankle. Kane's like trying to look, but he's also like, oh god.
Sports movie logic.
Established
Like,
dominance.
let's see who flinches first, big boy.
Like I imagine it was like kind of like I guess not everyone has talent as others. He does that thing where
he drops
he's
his
just like,
pants.
yeah.
He drops a sensor and just keeps going.
Like, you hear the pants hit the floor, but then a moment later you hear another thud hit the floor.
The classic sports conduct, for whatever reason.
I would say that would have happened if it was a nat 20. As you're out on the court, you see there's a couple people practicing. You see there are knights, air quote knights, dressed up in some foam armor. They're using like practice weapons. You see a couple of bodyguards or people that are trying to try out for the role of bodyguard, like getting some practice in with like sword play in. And you see the coach just observing.
That dude Damon sleeping.
Hey, coach, how's it going?
Oh, hey. Great to see you, actually. Here, limber up and get a last little bit of practice in before tryouts is.
That's true, yeah. By the way, coach, you remember that one guy I helped sign up for, Damon?
Yeah, actually. Didn't I hear?
I was about to say, man, like, not sure if you heard, we actually had like a private bout for the athletics part of the testing stage.
Oh, yeah. Your
Yeah.
homeroom physical.
Yeah, that one, yeah. He's got quite the talent, I'll tell you. He's definitely a runner-up for... He's definitely going to be a bodyguard, I can see. Maybe mainline offense.
Might be great to... A recommendation from you is actually pretty great. All right. I'll look into it when he comes for tryouts. Make sure to keep an eye on him.
Meanwhile, what practices you got lined up for us?
We got a couple of stretches over here, some last-minute sword plays over here, and, well, for tryouts, when we get you to try out, what we're going to probably actually do is has a mock-up. We're going to have you have whoever's trying out mock-up, just to see how they go.
Okay. Well, when the mock-up happens, I'd like to have Damon on my team, just FYI.
Of course, you have. Well, of course, I'll make sure that works.
And in the meantime, I think I'll do some stretches first and maybe some sword play. Just get ready for the tryouts later on.
Okay. What is your? Do you have acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics. Let me double
Okay.
check this before.
I would like a athletics check and are using strength or dex based fight play.
Strength.
All right, so athletics and strength.
Okay, sure do. Athletics first.
Yep, because you're doing all the stretching and all right.
Oh.
As you're going through, you do some stretching. You try to get some. You go stretch your leg and you feel a hitch on your right side.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a little while, but eventually you can work through it, and you feel the hitch just lessen a little bit.
Okay.
Roll your strength with advantage.
Nat 20.
You spar up with someone else who's practicing. He looks big. He looks large. You actually feel a little dwarfed by him. He charges at you, and you literally just counter him, and he falls. Yeah.
Do I just like lariat him, like essentially?
It's
like-
yeah, you lariat.
Just boom. It's awesome.
You
Go ahead.
you just hear from the coach is like, "Atta boy."
Mommy.
After that, I help the guy up.
Oh, thank you.
You good, man?
Yeah, I didn't expect that one. To be honest.
It's all right, man. You know, just keep your focus up.
Good idea. Thank you.
No problem.
Um,
Coach, if that's all, I'll be heading off.
All right. I would say that uses because that's an hour. So, Q, you're actively studying and taking a class.
Yeah, so I'll probably be showering off. Yeah, I assume.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would if I have like just a few minutes, or like I'll get Damon's attention and be like, come over here, come over here. And wait for Damon to come over.
Oh, I assumed it was I came over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to joke. If you could get like any one of the spells that I can do enchanted onto you, like an on-off switch, kind of like the light fin, what would you like?
Probably not anything you're capable of.
Then what am I not capable of that you would like?
Something that probably can't be done.
You need to think just a little smaller.
I mean, I'm already hooked up pretty well, thanks to you. So maybe focus more on what you want to do.
But I want to make this for you.
Yeah, but you're always making me stuff. Why don't you make something for you for once?
Like what?
I don't know. That's the best thing about it. It's for you to decide.
She has solid thinking face for at least 10 minutes.
I ruffled her ears and her hair a little bit.
But she's also looking
Sebastian.
like a little grumpy as well, like.
Sebastian sees you two talking and overhears the last little bit. He goes, "You can enchant some friendship bracelets."
You go to look and Damon's just gone. There's just a little slight anime poof of smoke. That's it.
See, I could do this spell. I don't know if you know the spell. The the message spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, could I connect like two friendship bracelets together so we can pass messages to each other without talking and stuff?
I think you can. Hold on.
Remember we've tried that before. Message only, because of the restrictions.
That's why I'm asking you, DM.
And that's why I'm saying yes.
Oh, I thought we had cell phones.
The friendship bracelets.
It's the same thing, but it's through your bracelet. It's like the Apple Watch, basically.
And only goes like 100 feet.
Sebastian walks over. We could. Well, he's here. He goes. We could probably ask a couple of the other students who are making some simple crafts to make some ring or bracelet for us, and we could probably enchant something for them in turn.
Ooh. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Who would you recommend?
You and Sebastian kind of look throughout the room.
They need to look,
They're-
detailed but sturdy. He gets into fights quite a bit, and I don't want them to get torn up easy, you know.
We could probably talk to one of the students. I've heard that Clyde is pretty good with metal work. We could talk to Slate. He might have a couple of suggestions. Or he might actually have some older looks if we don't care too much. And yeah, Clyde, Slate, and there might be a couple we could look for.
I think I've spoken to Slate before. We'll go see Slate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You approach Slate, who's just getting done working on some. Actually, he's blowing some glass.
Mm-hmm.
He's working on some craft, and he's like, "Oh, hello. Give me a second." He takes it over and finishes what he was doing. All right, then. What's up?
Well, I was looking to make some form of friendship bracelet. I think Sebastian called them. You know, like a one-to-one, but combining it with my message spell. But I wondered if you can make some form of bracelet type thing that won't get damaged if someone were to get into fights and stuff. Something sturdy. But also pretty.
You could probably make it out of like a chain, some form of metal chain. I hear that is pretty popular with the more brutish type.
Yeah, that sounds
Or
good.
there's also leather worker. We could probably. I got some old leather cuffs as well that I've crafted before. I also have.
Sorry, I just had the image of Damon's character with a gold chain around his neck.
And Slate will rustle through a couple of things crafted. Just you see some practice jewelry he's made, some practice chains. They're all functional, just some maybe not perfect. There's some flaws in them, maybe not like the cleanest shine. I mean, again, these are practice failed ones.
Yeah. Which one would you say is better for fisticuffs and such things? I think you call them fisticuffs.
Well, a chain might slip off, so a leather one's a bit more secure at least. I could craft something for you if you help me with something more personalized. Or I could probably give you a couple of leather bands.
Oh, if you could craft it, I'll be able to help out as much as I can.
Sure. Okay. Come over here to this leather working bench. I'm sure we can figure something.
Okay.
What is Mr. or Goose?
Hello.
Back to the story that matters.
Goose,
What?
after jamming out to Hotel California, the group kind of slowly stems down. It's like, that was a great session. It was wonderful to have you join us, Goose.
What do I do? He puts the liar, like sheathing a weapon, so puts it back in his bag.
That was great. So we'll have to have you again with some time. As he's speaking, you hear a loud slam from the hallway. Couple of muffled. Gale picks up. What was that? And a couple of students actually start walking out.
Goose does go to.
You see what looks like the aftermath of someone being shoved into a locker. The banging of the door, the rattling, and he's like, "Let me out! Let me out!" And the perpetrator going there. You actually see King Kane. Music nerd. How do you like that? Oh, shit. Looks like there's more of you. Later. And he starts walking off.
I will go to the locker and try to get them out. Is it like locked or anything, or?
You inspect the lock, and it's just looks like it was slammed and metal bent with a pinch. So you could easily be pried open. It's not a firm lock, but it was just kind of slammed into position.
Okay, so can't unlock it or anything, just have to try and pry it open?
Yeah. You can try with a strength, or you try just opening it. Yeah, you would need probably a strength.
I will enhance my moose ability by giving me moose strength.
Cast Shatter on the locker.
No, I'm not destroying the locker.
Alright, cast it. Cast what you want to cast.
I give me moose strength.
Could you click the card?
Bring in one moose.
I don't think it does that anymore. Does it?
Does it?
Like the eye, I think it is, or is it...
I think you just click on it like normal.
You click on the eye or like the little speech
Yeah.
bubble.
There we go.
Yeah.
Enhance
Enhance
movability.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Alright, roll your strength benefit.
Moose strength, moose endurance.
Amazing.
Actually, that says bear's endurance. I'm kidding.
I'm not a bear. That you're aware of.
Question: does like his antlers grow bigger in size and like he pries open that way?
Yes.
As you cast this, your moose eyes get angry, a fury in them, and your horns get larger. You have this bit of weight to you. Go ahead and make the roll.
I imagine he doesn't slam it. His antlers just grow big, and the weight of them just smash into the locker.
Oh. 15.
You ram your antlers into the locker and pry. One twist to the neck and it pops open.
That squeaky toy, I don't know who did it, but that was perfect.
Did you say one twist of his neck and it pops right off?
Oh, I'm dead.
Well, how you twist it in the antlers? Like you just twist it.
Oh, okay. I was sitting there, I thought his head came off. I was like, what?
I
didn't roll that low.
I saved him, but at a cost.
What cost?
Okay, is the person free?
The locker door is now off the hinge, and you look into the locker. It's kind of a double cavity, and the very upper part of it you see just squished into the locker. A greenish kind of small person who just pop falls onto the ground. Ow! 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 Oh! They get up and you just see this squat, long-eared, greenish person. Ah, fuck! They broke my trumpet.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for prying that thing open. They kind of rub their ass, and he's like, ah! And you just see a bent trumpet pulled out of them.
Out of their butt?
More like it was bent to the shape, not actually in them.
Oh, okay.
Like they were shoved against it, so it bent, like it was stuck to their leg.
Instrument down. Instrument down. It's like like a moment of silence for the fallen instrument.
Every single band member there bows their head.
I do play a sad song with my.
You hear sad trumpets in the background.
Don't worry, we'll get this fixed.
No, it's fine. I got a spare. Thanks, by the way. Name's used.
Dang it! Dang it!
I mean, I don't know why this is. We knew this was coming. Like,
My nickname is Use or Lose.
and we lost.
You use it or you lose it.
I lost on the inside. How do you spell that?
He reaches a hand up to shake yours.
I shake it with my moosey strength.
Whoa, that's a grip there you got.
It's
All right.
temporary. How do you spell use?
YUS.
Okay. Perfect.
Can't believe I just got here. I'm already here. Do they always pick on the smallest ones?
They'll pick on anybody,
I suppose that's fair.
but they prefer the band.
Well, think I could ask for a favor after you rescuing me? Want to show me around?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I show them around.
All right. I imagine you're showing them around, and they're showing them, introducing them to a couple people you know. And he eventually, yeah, I would think, unless anyone else has something else, would actually start to end the free period. Q.
Well, second lunches.
Well, yes, the second lunch. Q, after a bit of roll. How much are you helping with the leather crafting?
Depends what it is I can do to help. Because I don't think she can make anything, but she can fix stuff.
He's showing you a simple kind of leather crafting of taking strips of leather and tying them together, braiding it.
Okay.
So roll me. What would that be? Intelligence, or would that be Dex?
I imagine it's more Dex if you like tying it to make like
If you
patterns
get your
and
hands
stuff.
in their decks, if you're
Yeah.
just instructing and assisting, then it'd probably be intelligence.
All right, it'll be Dex for you.
Yeah. I am gonna quickly cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
I would just like wiggle my tail for a bit, stick on my tongue, and go. Eh. And D4. Cool. 13.
After a bit of what, after a little bit, you're like, all right, this goes here. Okay, this goes here, this goes here, and you finish the first kind of braided bracelet. It looks very well. The leather was pretty good, the ones that you chose, and it looks really nice.
Yeah. She's just like looking happy and all with her pattern. It's like.
He smiles like, all right, and would you like to make the second one do anything different this time?
Do you know how to do in fact, no. a simple band, but I would just like enough room for me to do a little bit of etch work in there. So.
Yeah, so what we could do is you can. Alright, here's some thicker leather. We can cut this here and here and tie it around here. Give me another dex. Yeah, follow his instruction.
Cool. I will guidance myself again. And, cool. 11.
It's a little thinner than you want, but it still is able to get everything in. It's
Okay.
just a little thinner than you expected it to be. But it is usable. It is good. So you have one that has a kind of rustic, bit more charm to it, a bit more simple band, and then you have one that has this pretty braid.
Ooh. That's great. Thank you for your help. This should do perfect.
Of course. Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
If you ever need anything fixing, you can let me know and I can do that. I'm really good at fixing stuff.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And she'll do like the Japanese bow and whatnot and go off to find whoever Damon is.
Probably sleeping somewhere.
I just poke.
You eventually find
Looking.
you eventually find Damon sleeping in what seems to be a big tin of cotton.
Aww. Ruffle, 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 ruffle. I think the free period thingy's over. But I made this. Do you like these? And I'll show up both of the bracelets.
Do these items look cursed?
No, they look like simple leather bracelets.
Smell any poison on it?
No.
Okay.
Unless you truly believe that Q is going to poison you.
Yeah.
I think someone else may have tried to poison you through these or curse them. I don't think Q would do anything to me. I think
Yet she's holding it with no ill effect.
she's special.
I mean, Q, did you present this saying that you made these?
Yes. They are quite clearly on show and I have the happiest look on my face.
So, I mean, you see what you see.
Okay. I raise an eyebrow.
Don't worry. That's all good. You do like them, don't you?
I put one on my ankle.
Is that comfy?
I shake my leg a little bit. Yeah.
You shake your leg, a cotton ball, and just from
Cotton
being
ball, what?
You're in just a tin of cotton, so a couple of cotton.
Okay.
But yes, it is incredibly comfy.
Okay. I ruffle her hair in her ears a little bit. And I say thank you.
I'm gonna need that bracelet back. It's not finished yet.
I take it back off my ankle and I give it back.
Yeah. But you can have it back once I'm finished with it. And then I'll just put them back in my bags.
Sebastian will say.
Put it on my shoulders.
Sebastian will say, "Well, tomorrow we can spend some time enchanting it."
Yeah.
By the way, Damien, which one was it that you picked?
The left one.
Which one were you holding in the left?
I gave him the one that was the leather band with the etching, the
Okay.
pattern D one was for her.
Okay. Just want to make sure he didn't just because he said the left one was like they grabbed the braided one.
Nah.
After a while, you hear a couple chimes ding, just the school bells, and there's like, all right, Sebastian, will say to you, Q, that's free period, and now we usually have, well, clubs or activities. I think actually, Damien, now would be when tryouts will be going on.
Wait, is Sebastian still following us around?
Yes.
I need to just turn back and just growl a little bit under my breath.
I just like pat him hard on the head. Be like, be nice. Sebastian's been really helpful. He's helping me make these. Hmm?
He's still following us.
Yeah,
Being fair,
that's.
he actually led you to the class, you know.
He didn't lead me anywhere. I've been following this entire time.
It was following Sebastian.
She has led me where I needed to go.
Anyway,
She was following Sebastian, and you were following Q. So.
I don't care about anything past her. All I know is a strange person is continuing to follow us everywhere
And
we
then-
go.
either way,
Matt's like,
Q's.
well, I led them here, so I might as well follow them around. We're friends.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sebastian's been really nice and helpful. Be nice. Otherwise, you won't get your present. And she just looks a bit like that kind of cute but adorable, like angry face.
Stern.
Yes.
I'm into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for what it's worth, we probably will have to meet up with Luke at the sport track probably soon, and I wonder if
Right.
Goose will be there.
I ignore and I start speeding up.
Actually, that's a fair point. Would the elemental magic-y stuff tryouts be happening at the same time? Because I think you also said that they were after school.
Wait,
Yeah.
are those tryouts?
Yeah.
Well, elemental, like,
Yes. I know
show
you.
off, like,
Yeah.
basically tryouts.
So they're in two different directions.
Yeah?
I pick up Q off my shoulders. I set her down.
Okay. See?
You have my number, right?
Yes. I check my phone. Do I have his number?
Yes.
I assume you have my number.
You check the
Really
phone,
weird
it's
if
like a
I'm the
lock
one number you
screen.
don't have.
They exchanged phone information for the first time.
Entire life, finally got them digits. So, can I get your phone number? But we got these phones together. Yeah, but I never added yours. But they're on the same account. They default the number saved into it. Oh, I deleted all the default stuff. But
I needed room.
See, I had all these pretty pictures I wanted to take. Anyway, I
Jamie
digress.
just wanders off and cries.
It's okay. I digress and be like, yes,
Family
I
protect shattered.
I get your number. We'll meet up at the gates. Don't worry, I can look after myself. And if anyone bad comes, I'll just go kaboom, and then everyone will see the kaboom, won't you guys? And you'll just look happy at everyone else.
As you say that, Sebastian takes a wide step away from you.
I mean, we've had all day for the rumors to spread. I'm sure a few other people are stepping back too.
Yeah.
I'm sure Goose was also spreading rumors. Like, hey,
Wait, Goose
that
is there?
explosion. No, I was spreading rumors.
Oh,
He's just sitting at, he's just water cooling talking. Water cooler.
Hey, hear about the explosion? Me too.
I was
He
there.
approaches like everyone with the same topic, and like he's
Moses, do me a favor. Roll charisma.
also let me know when Goose walks by because Q prestidigitation something on my command.
No, I didn't. No, I
Oh, you
didn't.
didn't?
I didn't.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
He wanted me to.
21.
That rumor has spread like wildfire. Well, the fact of it. And Moose, how much are you like building it up, hyping it up?
I'm super hyping it up. Like, I know we talked monotone, but from the way like people just think like he's really hyping it up. Like,
Okay.
they're convinced.
Mm. Yeah. So Q, when you said kaboom, lockers close immediately. Walking away. The hallway has cleared.
My word.
I just look around, just dumbfounded, be like, where did everyone go?
He was just like, it was like Hiroshima, and I was there. Takes a sip of water, and then walks away. Oh gosh.
What's Hiroshima?
Speaking of going out with a bang, did you hear about?
Sebastian will speak up. Want me to walk in elemental class? I want to kind of see the whole King's Court, but I'll walk you there.
Okay, that'd be nice.
As you guys are walking King's Court, Damien, are you heading to, or as you're walking to elementals, Damien, are you walking?
I'm walking.
Okay. Eventually
Wait,
you'll
was there
bump
more
in
to that question than am I walking?
that you're actively going to King's Court.
Oh, yeah,
as-
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
It'd be
confirmed.
weird if I wasn't.
Yes.
She
Eventually,
sees me behind her again after like 2 minutes.
well, that's why I want to ask, because that seems like something Damien would do.
No, she wants me to do King's Court, so I'm gonna do King's Court.
Okay. Eventually, you and Lupo will make it out to King's Court. You would have to probably. You see some gear that's there. Lupo, you have your own gear from time, but um, Damien, what's available there are some beat up jerseys, some older kind of gear, just wear and tear that people usually have their own of. Think the bowling shoes equivalent.
Ew. Is everyone else wearing this stuff?
The newer guys are.
Shorts and stuff, and
The equivalent of this is just some armor, effectively. There are some students that are wearing their own. There are some students that are wearing what is supplied. And there are some students wearing like more casual clothes.
okay, then I will not touch the equipment.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it. Like, some have like their own gear that they probably bought over time
Mhm.
and whatnot. Then there's others who have just the rented gear essentially from
Mhm.
school.
Like you can clearly tell there is the gear from last year. There is the gear from they personally own, and then there is the rentable gear.
Yeah, I'm good with what I have.
Eventually, the coach will come over. Oh, I've heard a lot about you, Damien. Apparently Lupo spoke very highly of you. Also, hey, Lupo.
Hey, coach. Hey, Damon, you ready?
Hi, Lupo. Yes, where do I make this man the king?
It's going to be a bit more than that. We're going to have. We're going to have you and a couple of others do a mock King's Court.
Yeah, so essentially we're doing like a trial run essentially of a game, like basically our team versus our team, just kind of practice.
Show me to my enemies so I may dispatch them.
I love the spirits kit. All right, so over here is the court, and he shows you a couple of places, and I'm actually going to get together a map. So,
Also,
Do the
Rye,
break.
just
hmm?
Did you want to do the break while you're setting that up?
I was just about to say, do you guys want to go a break?
sure,
Yeah,
definitely.
sounds good.
All right, be right back.
Break time.
Yeah, I was looking at the time, just like, all right, now. Just he said it before I finished. Just a question. How am I doing so far?
You're doing good. It's like I heard your sister grab it beforehand and whatnot. It's all good.
I mean, we have, 8 viewers, so no pressure.
We actually have like few viewers. Hello, people! Yay!
I mean, a few of them are us, but
Hey, that is more than I think we probably ever had.
We're watching you twice.
yeah, right. We get to hear everything you do in stereo.
Don't
Not
want
actually stereo, it's just delayed.
I love it so much.
It's okay, you're doing good.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
We'll let the viewers decide. Viewers, how is Rye doing?
Top 10 D&D games of top 10 D&D games. Low initiative.
Okay.
Someone says, yep, he's definitely in the top 5 of the low initiative DMs.
Yeah, I'll take top 5.
It's Noise says, Pog, good stuff.
Amazing, thank you. Validating my ego.
What's that like?
I don't know. I'm getting a call.
We're playing D&D. No.
Let me switch over to streamer mode.
Unless someone from the chat found out what your Discord name is and they're interfering.
Yes, totally. Totally
or,
what's happening.
Or you can wear it as a hat.
Sure.
I mean, it's better than photobombing some horses.
Yeah, not going back to photobombing horses again. I can't send those images to clarify.
It's okay.
Oh.
More photobombing of horses. Sorry.
I want to see who's in the chat.
Moose, I would like to ask you a question.
Yes. I mean, Yos.
Are you wanting to participate in King? Be in the bleachers watching tryouts?
Well, they said I was brought into their group, but they didn't exactly say where I was going. So I'm pretty sure, like,
We really didn't have a lot of planning or discussion about it.
Yeah, there was no plan. I was just there, just standing there, just like.
To be fair, I also have not a whole lot of understanding of the situation, so it's hard to yeah, this is what we're doing.
We're doing this, but how?
How? Somehow, some way, it'll be a thing.
You know what? I'm going to do a bit of retcon here. I'm going to, if you allow me, say everyone's at King Court. And since you guys were planning to do this together, if you want, you could be participating. And then we'll have Elemental Club after this.
But then that makes no sense of why the Elemental Club would be waiting all the way until after King's Court to start.
Say it was scheduled out. Say that there was a bit of a scheduling difference, that it was going to be this and then the club activities.
Is it going to be like that every day?
I can see that work.
So you're just going to give Q the longest class day ever?
No, basically, like, this is like before club activities. This will take a time slot before club activities.
So no
Yeah.
time at all. 5-minute practice today, guys.
5 minutes is all it takes.
Okay, guys. Second team ready to practice? Sorry, we're out of time. God, Kane's team is the only one that ever gets to practice.
And try and figure out how this could work. Fun for everyone.
Sometimes you gotta make the choice between the two, man.
Oh man, that's a high school mood. Main team getting all the gaming time, while the side team is just like, oh.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Isn't it actually like the opposite usually?
No.
I mean,
That they usually like when it comes to practice, they do the better people in reserve. They just do warm up activities. That's it. They don't actually do like full running content.
no. That being said, I didn't play football in high school. I played soccer. So.
There we go.
Howdy.
Hello. Ran upstairs, got my phone on charge. Said hello to the Twitch chat on my phone. Came
Oh,
back
while you're gone,
downstairs.
there's no more elemental bus.
Hmm?
There's no more elemental bus.
No, I said there can be a choice if you guys
Let me write this joke for a couple seconds.
I know you want to write this joke. I was saying if you guys want to have it where everyone that wants to participate in King's Court can, and then having any club activities after this.
God, the ego of this dude. He's already changing the name to Kane's Court.
King's Court.
No, he's like trying to rebrand it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kane's Court now, motherfucker.
I suppose that's more up to you. All I know is that, heck, tryouts are after school.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can,
because like after school's been pretty broad term.
yeah.
You could make it
Yeah.
like so like sports are right after class and clubs are right after that.
Yeah.
Well, again, then the big thing is why are people just sitting around for an hour for the other clubs to start?
I mean, depends. Like again, like we got like a weird like high school, college.
Or if-
stuff, kinda.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or if you like, have the tryouts done at the same time, or just for future reference, like, oh yeah, I can just come in like afterwards, or or after the initial tryout. But I don't know.
Or you could, do like actual high school people, and sometimes you gotta make a choice.
Yeah.
I don't know, my choice.
DM's discretion, as it were.
Yeah. So you decided, and we'll just fill in the gap. All
All
I
right.
know is I'm not wearing that stupid jersey.
All right, fine.
You don't want to wear, some, goblins, hand-me-downs.
Trope achieved. I like a transfer student who doesn't wear the uniform.
Yep. God damn it! I will get all the anime tropes. Wait till I slash someone, and wait till I sheathe my claws.
I mean, every sports like group then always needs to have that one anime character that's just like the manager. Cue's your manager.
No, you're a frontline player.
No.
We didn't talk positions either.
I don't think that either Q or Goose got a, hearsay of whether they wanted to join. They were just dragged in.
Actually, Q had plenty of choices. Okay, Goose.
Goose had no choice.
No.
Well, no, he asked. He full on asked if you want to join on this, and you said yes.
Yeah, but you didn't say how.
You didn't give him a choice at first, but I did say, like, well, I mean, you don't like him, right? And you're like, I gotta do it.
I would say,
No.
Actually, yeah,
I
you
would
did say
say
that.
Moose. I would say Moose, you would know that tryouts will be now, and that if you are going to help them, you would be there.
That's why I'm already there.
So the ones for tryouts will be Lupo, Damien, and Moose.
You mean Goose?
Goose.
Also, I forgot I was showing Use around, so Use is probably with me too.
Yes, Use is there.
Oh right, this is the tryouts for King's Court.
Oh, so you're actually going? Are you actually going to play?
I guess.
I'll tear you on for them bleachers.
Please do. Goes over to Lupo. Oh, Lupo. Hey. Hey.
Oh gosh. Honey, you need the
Yeah, I realized.
What'd you do?
She created an infinite loop of Twitch. It's when you accidentally click on your OBS while it's streaming, so you're streaming your OBS streaming something, and it starts an infinite loop where
Oh,
you
yeah.
start looking at the Twitch page, and there's just an infinite stream on stream on stream on stream on, and it.
It's just dreamception.
But it's not Dreamception. It's real life.
Dun, dun,
So,
dun, dun.
Goose does go up to Lupo. Hey.
Hey, Goose, glad you can make it.
So, I said yes to this, but what am I exactly doing?
GM, what position would best benefit Goose?
For how this is going to work, actually, Coach would come up to your group, Damien, Lupo, and Moose. Are you three going to be a team then? Try it out together.
Yeah, one
There's
second. I
more,
gotta
but
switch
they're
over.
busy.
I gotta switch over, so hold on one moment.
Okay.
I think I figured it out.
Sorry, the goose is not loose.
Not yet. Either I'm super underqualified for this or overqualified for this.
We will find out. What are we waiting on?
Poi to
Poi.
switch over. They,
Gotcha.
no one actually said that the break was over, which is why I had the dodgy stream thing. It just kind of continued.
Let's just have the break be over as soon as Boy's back, like
Yeah.
officially.
Yeah. No. No. No, I was a bit. I suppose a
I'm
bit
back.
more. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okie dokie. So you were saying, Rye?
What was I saying?
You're asking about our formation.
All right, so the coach comes up to you guys.
If this is our team, and I said we still got one more, but they're not here.
That's are they a spellcaster, I assume?
Yes,
They are, yeah. They're taking the elemental tryouts.
All right, that'll be fine then. This is more for physical combatants right now to be trying out. You'll
I
be
look
able.
over towards Moose.
Goose?
Goose.
What?
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
be fine.
Goose rocks. It's ready, I guess.
Yeah, so is our friend Goose here going to be able to try out this time, or is it just physical only?
No, he'll be perfectly fine.
Okay.
Give me a second, and how this will work is one of you will be the king, choose amongst yourselves, and the other two will play as the bodyguard. Typically in King's Court you'll have the knights, but since the bodyguard role kind of it's going to be easier for having this on a small scale. Have multiple fights going on as this happens. As you see, there's like different mock courses. They're a bit smaller than regulation, but it looks like it's been modified for a king and bodyguards just for practice. So, choose amongst yourselves who you care to be king. to be bodyguards, and you'll go up against another team.
Okay. So remember, Damon, this is just for practice, okay? So try not to go too.
Murder them all.
That's not.
Los instrument.
One more thing. Um, these fields currently are made so killing is not really an option. But that's usually because we like our students to go all out. As long as you're in the field, you'll be fine. We have medics standing by, a magical field keeping everyone alive, but pain's
All
going to.
and teeth begin to sharpen and grow.
But at the same time, don't be afraid to hold back.
Okay, well, never mind then.
They grow even longer. It's the equivalent of a murder boner.
All right, Goose, you ready to show us your stuff?
Hmm.
You ready to notch some heads on those antlers? He chuckles as he pats you on the back.
How do I hide things from players?
I
You can either right-click on a token and put it into the GM layer,
Mm-hmm.
or you just don't have it there.
Yeah, or you can like hover over the dice fin and select the GM, and that
Yeah.
should hide it as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Should.
I'm going to...
What are you trying to hide?
Nothing, because I am bringing you guys over here to the field.
Yay.
Okay.
Just to point things out, over here are kind of bit of buildings, so there's a bit of like arrow kind of stockades there.
So something
This-
tells me this is not to scale.
This is not to scale. These are
Gotcha.
mock courses. Like this is to scale for the event of 3 versus 3.
Gotcha. Okay.
But over here is raised, and over here is a raised pillar. Not a pillar, but kind of a mound to fight up on. So you have a bit of like, if you're here, you'll have a bit of cover from arrow fire over here, but you can fight atop it in melee. It's raised. It's a hill.
And the goal is to get to the other side, correct?
To get to the other side or wear down your opponents.
Okay.
When the king falls, that is a point for the other team. And basically, that would be in King's Court. You have a couple of this. This is just when the king falls, whoever you designate as king, when they are down, that side loses.
Okay.
When the king is down.
How far from our end to their end is it?
Each space is 5 foot.
Oh, so this is got it.
To scale. Like I said, this is not to scale to the entire King's Court.
Where's
thing.
our starting point?
Your starting point is from the mound back. You could pick where you want your people to be.
Where is it, here or like here?
Like, no, your starting point is here, back. Like this is your side
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
to set up how you need it.
Okay, and where do we have to go? Where's our finish line?
The other side.
There.
Yeah.
Here. There, building.
Okay, awesome.
So,
After seeing this, I'm gonna look over to Goose. Do you have any magics that would increase one's speed?
I do.
Then, my liege, I believe I do have a plan.
What are you thinking?
When this starts, you hold on, and I will get you into their court.
So you take the vanguard, as it were, lead the charge.
I will be your mighty steed.
Okay.
What plan do you have in mind, Damon?
I put him in the court.
I will give you 3 minutes to decide your plan of action, and then the match will start.
Okay.
Yeah. If the rules are get the king into the court and prevent the other king from getting into our court, I mean, if it's a timed thing of like who can get there first, yeah, let me get you in there.
Yeah, actually, wait. So that's a good question. So like, is it just as soon as you get into the court, or is like, do you have to hold that position for a certain amount of time?
I am going to say mechanically, you have to hold that position
For how long?
3 turns.
3 turns. Okay. Gotcha.
So
And you
technically, if
cannot
we
be
get in there,
down.
as long as we get in there first, we don't have to worry about them capturing our court because then it would be a race they would lose because we got there first.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So
You can
Goose
Kind of
still
like domination, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Goose. How about this? You enhance our speed, okay? And I vanguard it with the king straight over to their thing. You protect ours, slowly making your way across the court, and do cleanup on the way over there.
Sounds good to me.
You don't have to beat anyone. You just have to make it over there at your own pace.
If I were to pick one person to give this boost, would it be Lupo?
Are the speed boost?
Yes.
Me.
Yeah, give it to him.
Hmm.
All right. So are we set on the plan?
Sounds reasonable to me.
Okay.
Time is almost. So you're all done?
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
In the
Are
distance.
we gonna have a moment to
Kaboom!
like bonus action activate anything?
I will say, sure.
Okay.
Prepare yourself. So I would say, yeah, bonus actions.
So this isn't really an action or anything, but you do see Lupo start to look more wolfy.
Okay.
I take out my harp and I activate my swift weave. I go form change. It's like comedy mode, and my form pretty much changes to match the harp. I kind of look like an angelic moose, at least outfit wise.
A moose with robes and the fine silk.
Think of like kind of like a magical girl change, you know?
Lupo, you may want to get close to me
Okay.
and literally grab on.
Shall do. And like you kind of see him like he is like grown a much thicker beard. Eyes are a bit yellow, and his claws are his fingers went from like fingernails to claws.
All right.
I put a hand on my harp and I say, "Give me the
Give me the what?
command." Like when to go.
So
My
you're
lord,
all in position, and then you hear 3.
I wasn't ready. I
You're not
didn't do
ready?
my prep stuff. Yeah, they went and I didn't get to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take off my jacket. Well, I'm sure I probably would have set that down beforehand, but I'm just gonna undo the top of my kimono, put it down to my waist, and I'm going to activate. Click my heels together, and I'm going to
Place that home.
and I'm going to activate my shifter form, my beast, and my giant might. So DM, can you stretch me to one size larger?
Give me a moment.
As you guys watch him transform into a very large bestial version of himself.
Gotcha.
One size more.
Yep.
There we go.
So as per Damon's instructions, I am riding along, as it were.
Okay. All right. As you're transforming, and you hear some ooh and ahs of a couple, and you hear everyone in position. 3, 2, 1. Roll initiative.
Everyone gets out their dice.
Moose just pulls out pulls away his instrument and pulls out some.
Everyone just sits down around the mound and starts rolling dice, tokens, and all that stuff. I feel like in the distance there's just a kaboom noise happening.
Nah.
No one knows quite what yet. Except Damon. Damon knows.
Yeah. Let me just see if I can get some music. We'll be good. So we do this. Oh wait, let me get that initiative thing up. That's the
It should
this thing,
be.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like
Remove all turns, clear the list. Clear. Alright.
That was. You needed that one. That was the one that just rolled.
Oh. I am so sorry.
Right. Or you just need to right click on the tokens and then you can add them and edit them and stuff. Yeah.
now they just changed their numbers to what they rolled.
Okay. Oh. Yep, alright, fair. Because you got what? Lupo is 18, 17. Where am I? Sorry about this.
Exactly, Miki. Exactly. Except it's more of an outfit because nothing can like overlap the moose head.
Amazing. Where is it? I am sorry for this.
I need some magical girl music.
Yeah. Alright. What the fuck there is? I was just rolling for just GM, by the way.
Okay.
Alright. Everyone is going through the roar of the things. The roar of the crowd's coming through. You hear banging of metal against the other side. And the coach says, go. Let's start with turn.
Okay. So who's up first? Is it me?
Yes. Do you see the turn order?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I asked because like enemy team says 0 right now, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm sorry about that.
No worries. So I am actually going to ready an attack action. So if anything gets in my range, I will attack it.
Okay.
While I'm on Damon, and I shall end my turn.
Goose.
Okay. I start playing this angelic harp. And yeah, it sounds pretty nice. Like that. And then I cast the spell on Damon, and I say, "Make haste," and I cast haste on him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that was
Okay.
the spell you were gonna cast. Oh, this just got really bad.
I don't feel bad for the things I've put you up against.
Oh.
Is this bad good or bad bad?
You'll see in a second.
Yeah, I was
That's your
seeing
turn.
second.
Is that your turn?
As I strut the the harp, it kind of does like a kind of like glow, like kind of glowy. I don't even know but it's
So
sparkly.
you strum and glows. And Damien, you feel this, your muscles ripple, tighten, and you just have this invigorating.
And why not? Let it inspire. I also cast Bardic Inspiration on as a bonus action. You get a D10 as well. Also, Do you have to climb up on this, or is it just like a
This
walk up on?
is this area is more of a building. Everything other than that is outside-ish. So this you have to climb. This you have to climb. This is more of a building.
I can't see what you're pointing at.
Neither can I.
Can't?
Nope.
Nope.
You need to use your word bit.
I am sorry. You see? Oh, ooh, ruler.
Yeah.
Do you see this?
No, you might be on GM layer.
Yeah, you
I
might
am.
be. Yeah, that would help.
Dang it, David! You thought I did it bad. Like you messed up. So I was like, no, did I mess up?
All right. This is more of a building.
Okay.
The entrance is just kind of like an awning, kind of. So you can enter through everywhere, just more clothes. This is something you can climb up. This is something you climb up. Same with the mound over there. Over here, this is something you climb up.
Okie dokie.
Okay. There you go, Damon. And I will back up over here. And I will have my turn.
All right, Damien, you're up.
So, originally I was gonna ask how tall this building was right here. Until Moose made it to where there's no point in me asking anymore. So I'm going to move. Let me see. I have to move. 65 feet. Well, I have 300 and some movement speed right now.
I want you to keep in mind this is happening. You're behind this. Like, this is the only person that can see you.
Well, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to jump over on top of this building, and then jump over to here. Because of my ring of jumping and the haste, plus the speed that I already have, I can make those jumps like they were nothing. And I have still plenty of movement speed left.
Now, before you continue, Damon, because this dude's in range now.
Yeah, his action trigger.
I'm assuming that I probably ran over here, jumped over here, got close to this guy, laughed at him, ran over here, laughed at this guy, walked all the way around him, jumped over to here, ran past between these guys,
breakdance.
Like looked over here to see if Q was watching, and then came over to here. And I still have 170 movement left. So I run around in circles around him a few times.
Let me paint a picture for you. Yeah. Over this central mound, you just hear oohs and ahs of the crowd as this giant wolf-like creature just crawls over it, and you hear just from the other side, Moose, screaming.
Wait, I still got more movement.
Please allow him to keep disrespecting him.
Oh yeah, wait, that's for 15.
I was gonna say, you guys don't need Q to play King's Call. You don't need it.
Okay. There
No,
we guys
please.
go.
I don't want to be the only caster, please.
Okay, good.
So
that's my route.
So, you can do whatever you want with the rest of your turn, Damien. But for Lupus, pick one of the 3 guards you can, because you have reach and you could just slam one of them in the face. Any one of them.
That's specifically why I wanted to do that distance away from him, so you could swipe at any of them.
Okay, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll swipe at this.
Oh wait, DM, I forgot. My reach is also extended as well, so I would also like to make attacks en route.
Okay.
So I'll let him handle his first.
Yeah. We'll do the first guy. I'm gonna do the first guy first because I imagine that's the first guy who came into range. So hang on. So imagine because I do have my 2 fists available. I'm just gonna do a quick hit at him.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be 17.
Let me see. That hits.
That is 7 damage plus. Hang on. Because I do have that surprise attack. Yeah. Extra 2d6.
Yeah, that is a surprising attack. So you got that.
So 15.
15.
Can I ask how much max HP these guys have?
We'll see
Judging
soon
by
enough.
those tokens, a lot.
So 15 on this guy right here, Rye.
Okay.
I have a better question before I go into the attacks, because I'm pretty sure I would have seen it by the time I got up onto this building over here. Who
Mhm.
looks like the king of this group?
The guy you're standing right to right now.
Okay, that
The guy
changes.
shitting his pants.
Okay. So is his done?
Yes.
Okay. So, instead of attacking them all as I ran, I'm just gonna hop in front of this guy, mouth like just salivating, as he just saw this white blur just Naruto just run around him like a whole bunch of times. Stop right in front of his face, smile a little bit, and then I'm just gonna unleash a series of attacks.
How this basically happens is you zoom, 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 stop on a dime, smile, and then all the wind brushes through your fur from you stopping so suddenly.
Yeah. So this is going to be let me just put on my rage damage because I am raging. My first line of attacks. So this is my first attack action. Okay. So I get boom, boom, boom. Those are my first 3 attacks,
Oh, fuck.
and they're all reckless.
First one was reckless mean advantage.
They're all advantage.
They all fucking hit.
So first line of attacks will be this damage, and this damage. Okay. Plus a d6 for each of those attacks because I am in my giant might form, which grants me an additional d6 of damage anytime I make melee attack. So also this. So in total so far on my first attack action plus bonus action. Wait, no, that's not a bonus action. That's just attack action. So this is just attack action. I've done 41 damage.
Question, is he still up?
Oh, I'm sure he's up. He looks like a big boy.
He is still up.
It's okay. I have 2 more attack actions.
No, God.
So my second hasted action. Technically I can only do 2 attacks with it because I don't get the extra attack from the other one. Because this is a hasted action, so I can only get 2
Right.
claw attacks from it. So this will just be 2 attacks, and since I'm already reckless, these are all reckless still. So 2 more. 22 and 23.
Both hit.
Okay, plus another 2d6. So that's an additional 20 shit, I'm bad at math right now.
That is
27
no, that's more
plus
than
another 7, 34.
Okay.
Okay. And then for my then I'll just use an action surge to just do another full 3 round of attacks.
He's already dead.
He's not dead yet. He's not.
He's not dead yet, but he's.
I know. Remember, the coach said I could go all out. I don't have to worry, so I'm gonna go all out.
He's also raging as well. He ain't gonna stop.
I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah, and mostly, we said, as you said, the field is, as long as it's on the field, it's good. So.
So 3 more attacks.
Oh shit.
Got it at 20.
Did the 16 hit though?
16s did not hit.
Okay.
Like, you're tearing him apart. Eventually, he shield up, but as soon as he does.
Okay, so.
You still have bardic inspiration.
Oh, I do.
That is right,
I'm
yeah.
gonna use bardic inspiration on that second attack. What's your bardic inspiration die?
D10.
Oh God.
I'm just gonna assume that
Yeah,
a
that
20 hits.
yes.
Okay, so let me do these first 2 attacks.
I wanna
I
let.
regret nothing.
I was gonna say, let it be known that Goose is the one that killed that guy.
Okay, so that's well, plus, 15. Oh, don't forget the 3 d6s on top of that. Okay, so that's an additional 5.
Oh, that poor man.
Okay, so
Out of curiosity, is
that
that NPC called Jeff? I feel like he would be a Jeff.
Jeff, no!
His name was Jeff.
so that's an additional 42 damage. So
42.
So it's 41.
So he is
34,
currently at
yeah.
negative, or I've already done 117 damage to him. Do I need to continue?
Teabag him.
I still have a bonus action.
Go ahead and use your bonus action.
Oh,
Describe
God.
how you want this dead.
You know what? This will make it where other teams will be a little less inclined. So I'm just claw, and then for my last attack, while both my claws are dug into him, I'm just gonna lean my head back and bite him. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Plus an additional. Okay, so that is an additional 17 on top of that.
You
134.
as soon as you bite him, you just feel limp meat in your mouth.
And I'm just gonna, with him still in my mouth, like just look up at the other players on my free action and just stare at them and just snarl, just kind of in the place, because I still probably have a little bit of movement. Stand where the guy was and just kind of like give that like, this is mine now.
So there's one small funny part that I want to add, right?
Uh-huh.
So the funny thing is, like, you know, as Damon said, he zigged and zagged like this way, that way, whatever, right? So I hit this guy right as we were moving. So imagine like with my sucker punch, I kind of spun him around, and then like in the immediacy of this turn, he's like, "Ow!" Like he turned around and saw like this whole thing occurs. Like, oh my god!
He's not even like back up from your punch, and he looks over. The king's already done. Just hanging in my mouth. Great.
Boy, I'm pretty sure you were in for a wild ride as he was moving around.
I wonder what Moose is thinking of. Like, oh god, what did I do?
Yeah.
Goose is like, no. Goose is like, I hope I did a good job.
Goose, from your position, you just see gushes of blood flowing out, like a string of blood this way, string of blood that way. This whole thing has been censored for you.
Well,
Just the occasional nice
heavenly
scream.
melody, like.
Yeah, Goose is just gonna say, I hope I did a good job.
The only judgment you can really get out sounds, the screaming, and the face from this guy up here reacting to it all.
You think we might be winning?
Yes, you think you might be winning.
Oh,
Again.
The guy dropped his weapon and started running the other way. Goose is just sitting
no,
there. I wonder how
back.
we're doing.
All right, well, it's their turn. You just hear the gladiators both yell out in unison, "Jeff! No."
What happened to Jeff? Goose says it.
They just look at each other, look at Damien, look at each other, drop their weapons, and say, "I'm good. We're good. We're good.
Now.
I'm out."
I think that's game over, Samuel.
Is that the fastest King's Court win ever?
I think we hold a record.
Your rage is starting to slowly seep down, and you just look to the crowd, you just see there's just people covered in crimson, the coaches specifically, and they're just mid clap, but just like they aren't clapping, they're just stunned. Like
Okay, then
they were clapping, and then they stopped because of how horrific it kept going.
seeing this and seeing probably the bewildered look of Lupo on me, I'm just gonna lean towards the crowd and kind of prop him up and just put both my fists up in the air, one fist up in the air, and then like grab his other fist and put it up in the air and just howl really loudly.
Both of you give me a charisma.
Shall do. And just for reference, DM, I'm actually lowering my wolf form to regular form when this, and it's kind of like like more, trying to calm the crowd down a bit.
Lupo feels bad. Like, yeah.
No, fuck this. I'm trying to hype him up even further.
All right, charisma, you said.
Yes, both of you have charisma.
Okay.
Also, on a side note, would I be able to hear Damon's howl from wherever I am?
11.
Yes.
7. Oh God.
I'm just gonna
Blood
turn
and
over.
mist dripping out of my mouth. They're like, oh god!
I'm just gonna look over to whoever's close to me. I don't know who yet, and to like, oh, I think Damon won, and just wag my tail.
Let me just roll something.
Like
Number of the people in the crowd who run in terror.
Yeah.
Goose is gonna look to the crowd, cast minor illusion, just to ask the crowd, "Did we win?"
You just a couple of moments go by, just seconds that feel like they last forever. Then, Moose, you see a little green hand shoot up. That was fucking awesome! And the whole crowd erupts.
Nice. Great job, Damon.
I shift down, dropping form because I'm sure rage and stuff is probably gonna end.
Yep. As you do, just the guy, he's unconscious. He's out.
Oh yeah, easily. Medic, you mind coming over?
Oh, right, my job. And then you see, you see a guy wearing kind of cat-esque clothing come over. Immediately, magic coming out of his hands to try to help him. The field is magic, but you see bone and skull.
Yeah. Coach said to go all out.
He may be alive, but he's hating life right now.
I told you, I want to crush the competition. I want us to have only one team willing to go against us, and that is Canes.
Goose is slowly wobbling over. Hey guys, what happened?
We won.
I'm pretty sure like there's like the squishing sound of blood on his feet as he's walking.
You look at the ground, and it's just this mix of sand and blood.
Oh, sand got a new color. Suits it. Goes, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, we won, Goose. Nice job on the spell, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
The
So
sand.
am I just covered in blood right now, like in my
Yes.
mouth, around my claws? Okay.
Utterly. You're a red wolf now. You are covered in not just blood, but like tissue and muscle.
Goose, you got anything to clean this off of him, just so you know he doesn't look like a serial killer?
Does he want it cleaned off of him?
Just one moment. And I'm gonna wait for the guy who went down to like become conscious again.
You kneel in front of him, and after a couple moments, did we win?
And I'm just gonna put my hand on his chest, not hard, not pushing anything, just firm. I'm gonna stare right at it in his eyes. I'm like, this court belongs to Lupo. You'll remember that, won't you?
Please remember that.
Roll me intimidation with advantage.
Ha, sucker, I get an advantage at this anyways. I need your stupid advantage. I take my own.
I mean, he did
29.
You just see him, he just slowly nods his head.
Make sure to spread the word. And I'm just gonna stand up. I'm like,
As soon as you're straightened up and you're away from him, he immediately blacks out,
okay.
just from pure fear.
Do I see the coach anywhere?
The coach is, yes, the coach is to the side of the court and he's just like still stunned, just like, uh, that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lean over the side. Am I in?
He just touches your shoulder. Yeah, yeah, you're in.
See,
Am
what
I?
I tell you, Coach? Like, one round out of that guy, I was almost out too.
So are we
You
done here for the day?
went around with it. Okay. Um, that'll be all. You
And as soon as he says that, I'm just gonna jump off and just completely just start booking it towards Q.
since that went by so quickly. Uh, rem- remind me halfway through your thing, Q. Damien will show up.
And
Okay.
before you switch scenes, I just imagine Goose,
I'm
what's it called?
walking through the
Lupus as the
hallways,
Goose.
through the
Yeah.
whole.
Hey, you think he's gonna get in trouble with all that, blood on him?
Probably.
I think he's a dude.
So Q's probably hearing like the occasional scream as I'm walking, like
It's
making my
occasional
way.
scream, the big hound, be like, oh, he won. Nice.
So, Q, rewinding
Yay.
time a bit. Sebastian has led you to the elemental studying room,
Mhm.
and this will be this. Um, Now I'm gonna go try to catch that King's Court. I'm sure they would love to see you though. Just go ahead in.
Okay, okay. Tell Damon that I said good luck.
I will. I will.
Okay,
And he just buzzes off.
okay. I just look around like,
Wait, so is that person like somewhere in the audience of the game, just like white face, not able to react, just like what the fuck?
Yes, you see, Sebastian. He's not black and yellow. He's black and white.
Growl a little bit as I pass him.
nice. Well, I'll look over and I'll look for the fiery dude.
When you walk in, you see like multiple eccentric clothing options for some people, but you wade your way through. There's bowls of water. Oh, hello. Hi, nice to see you again.
Yeah, hello, I'm here for the tryouts.
All right, this will be great. I am going to assume with all the news, you're going to be going for more fire specialists.
News? I should just like tilt her head.
Yeah, about the class's 4C explosion and certain Fox girl blowing up. Well, everything.
Yeah, that was actually one of my small ones. I could do a bigger one if you would like me to. I should just have like a happy, excited look on her face.
I was going to say charisma with advances. You've passed without you shown.
Yes.
He just goes, well, you will be in. Yeah, don't worry. We're not going to doubt the validity of that, but we do need to record, actual feats of strength, if you don't
Okay.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, come. We have a bit of a testing field out here in the back, and he kind of leads you up, and you're actually making a way to the rooftop.
Okay.
And he opens it up, and you see a variety of different things. You see, like bird feeders. You see planes of like flower beds, and this whole area has been used for different clubs.
It is all gonna turn to ash.
Now, I'm coming out here because I know how destructive your capabilities are.
Mm.
So, we're gonna try, aim above the school if you can.
Okay.
Try have as less damage done as possible.
Yeah.
Right about over here. And he
Okay.
brings you to kind of an open section
Mhm.
where it looks like there's some scorch marks, a bit of like like you can tell this is where some kids come out to practice some magic.
Okay.
All right. How we're going to do this? And as this is horrible for me because I don't have the sheet of paper. I wrote his name on. Guy. His name. I just have.
I only have a list of names of people I don't like.
I do have a list of names, but my phone is on charge.
Fair enough. I'm just going to call him Embern. Embern, I think.
Yeah, it was Ember. Yeah.
All right, so Embern, he's actually setting up like, he's taking his smartphone out and he's like, all right, and here, and he's recording with his smartphone.
Okay.
So, just for evidence, so we could like mark progress throughout the. Would you mind? How are we going to do this? Here we go. And he pulls a box open and he's like, here are some clay pigeons actually. We're gonna have I'm just gonna throw this into the air and I'm gonna record you exploding it essentially.
Okay. Now, exploding how big the explosion is, or just if I'm able to shoot on target? Because I got two different spells to do there.
It'll be up to however you care to do it. It's just going to be showing like some of your capabilities. Just I'm just going to be honest with you right now, Q. I kind of just want video evidence of people saying that what you did is some bullshit.
Oh, okay. I got an idea. Why don't you stand on like further back, and I'll do the biggest explosion, like biggest. Your phone shouldn't be able to miss it.
All right, I'll stand over here and perfect.
Okay, to prep myself, because I need to do a tiny bit of prep. I am gonna, with a mix of my, I should actually be able to do it on one thingy. Let me just quickly triple check. I'm gonna switch out my my arcane recovery. I think I can get about I'm gonna put 2 of my arcane recovery points to turn them into 2 1-level spell slots. So basically putting that back up to max. And then I'm essentially going to do the fireball with 4 additional 1st level spell slots to turn them into 8d10 force damage with the alchemical casting bits.
Okay.
Like I said, he ain't gonna miss this. Unless I roll a nat 1. I hope I don't roll a nat 1.
Wait, rolling a nat 1. Fireball just automatically attacks.
Yeah, let's say, even if you roll a nat 1, like, you're probably still explode.
Yeah, I just don't want to explode on me.
Yeah.
That's my key point.
I'm actually I'm gonna have to roll.
I'm shooting this for context directly into the sky, so there'll be no damage essentially.
Okay. And Ember just kind of looks like, do you even need the clay pigeon?
No, I really don't need a clay pigeon. That was just a formality I was asking, really. I'm just smile.
He is shaking. There's like, right when you are.
Okay. I'll go.
Stepping a bit back, kind of like sheltering his face.
Yeah. I'll just like prepare, rub my hands together. There'll be a bit of flame coming up from my tail, across my hair and through my ears, just for a bit of extra flavour. And I'll first do that. Oh, one button. Did I not roll again? I had that problem before.
You just gotta roll.
I'm trying.
No, not all spells automatically roll.
This is just,
that's what I'm saying.
So you just have to roll the dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought.
Read it, remember?
No, because I actually managed to get it to roll before.
You gotta change the settings and stuff.
I did. Last time.
Then it's not. Just roll it.
Well, okay, what's the rolling part?
All the dice.
It's 8d6 for just the starting level.
Yeah, hang on a second.
I will say this now. After you roll your spell, I would also like you to roll me a d1.
Okay.
Basically, you gotta roll 8d6 and 8d10.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it up. No, because I managed to get it to roll actual dice before. That's the 8d6. This is the 8d10. And this would be the d100. So for a total, that is 78.
Roll me a 1d100.
That is a 28 on the 1d100.
Oh, okay, I see
Yeah.
it.
Hey Goose, do you feel like a sudden heat wave out of nowhere?
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. So, panning out a little bit, Damien, when you look up after running around and right after the one guy gets sledgehammered by you, Lupo, and you stop after everything to look out the corner, see if Q is watching, you just hear this explosion burst out before you start running again. Focusing back in.
I'll just like once it's done, I'll just do like, how was that? And I'll just spin around with a happy wag on my tail and happy face.
You turn around, look at Cinder or Sinburn, Embern, Embern Simberton. You look at you look at Embern, and his hair normally looks like it's on fire, like at the tips. His entire face and the outline looks like ash, and you look at the wall behind him, there's an ash outline. I think that'll do.
I mean, if you want another one, I can do an ice one tomorrow.
No. That was good.
Okay.
That was toasty.
With an explosion that large, there's probably like other people just like looking out their windows and shit.
To answer Lupo, Ziku's like, I don't know. I just feel a disturbance.
I don't know, man. I feel like I took my shirt off. It's like something got like really hot out of nowhere.
Aren't you covered in blood or something?
No. Lupo got all the blood. Like I got like some blood on my knuckles, but that's about it.
You just said Lupo got all the blood, so you're Lupo.
Oh, sorry, I meant Damon. My mistake.
The blood in the sand just starts to boil a little bit.
Yeah. You know when there's such a bright light, everything feels dark afterwards? It's just... Yeah.
So everyone's just in awe of this giant explosion. Then comes a little wolf boy covered in blood.
And I would say right about this time, Byrne is taking you back to the club activity. He's telling you this. He is walking it back and saying, yeah, you are in it. Don't worry about it. This is going great. We honestly, people are going to be so impressed with this. And he's showing you the video back.
Can you send it to my phone? I want to show Damon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just give me your number.
Here. And I'll just hand on my phone.
He just sends the, he just literally transfers it over to the phone, and Damien, you come up behind Q walking next to Simburn.
I wave, just letting the blood like drip from my hand.
I wave. Ooh. You got the liquid all over you. Do you want me to clean that up?
Yeah, I don't want to ruin your clothes.
Yeah. Prestidigitation, any mending that needs doing with the pink thread.
I don't want to ruin your clothes. Sees trail right behind him go through the entire school of blood.
When you look back, there's a student that just slips.
Imagine it wasn't like footsteps, it was just squish because like of the blood. Like squish.
I heard you. How did you win?
Oh yeah. I also dismantled the king that we were opposing. I don't think he will be a threat in the
Actually,
future.
right. Was that Kane that we fought?
No.
No, I said king.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, did you see this? And I'll just show the video.
I think the entire school did. That's why I was able to find you so quickly.
Yes.
Kane this whole time just staring wide-eyed, just how much blood you're covered, then looking over at Q, looking back at Damien, looking back at Q.
I
I have
just,
so many concerns.
I feel like the school is gonna have to ban foreign exchange students, especially from the Eastern Isles.
Burn just Simburn, or
And
he
then,
leans in.
yeah.
He leans in. It's like, is this normal for Eastern Isle folk?
No.
I'll actually have a think back. Do I, like, would I know of anyone in my family that has?
No.
Okay.
No.
No, just me.
He just kind of puts his hand to his head. Is like, okay then.
But you can be safe to shore if anyone tries to come up and makes fun of Elemental Club. I can blow them to smithereens if you wanted me to. I won't. Only with like a club president's permission, of course. Of course.
Someone's making fun of your club as my claws begin to grow again.
Not that I'm
No,
aware
no.
of. No.
Okay. Be sure to let me know.
Okay.
We
Claws
actually,
send.
speaking of, we kind of get along with most of the magical clubs. The only people that kind of may tease is more than the jockey clubs, but they tend to keep to themselves.
That's okay.
But let me introduce you to the rest of the group. How this is normally we
Following like 10, 20 feet behind. And once things settle, I'll probably just pick a spot and sleep until her club's done.
So let me introduce you to the group. Over here is Claude.
Hello.
You see, he's a very kind of well put together kind of gentleman wearing like very gaudy clothes. He reaches a hand out. Well, hello yourself.
Hello. And I'll stick my hand out as well.
He gives you a firm shake. I'm Claude, and I suppose Simburn's already told you, and that's why you're here. Elemental Club, and I would be the for earthly things. I work with a bit of the Druid Club and so forth, but you can always come talk to me or train with me if you have questions.
Ooh, that would be good. I could do a little bit of earth magic play, but not a lot.
That's wonderful. Love to see what you could do. I've heard enough already. That was you on the roof, yes?
Yeah.
I'm very curious what you can do with Earth. And then Sinburn kind of gestures. Now over here, Susan.
Hello.
And you see this kind of like paler skinned kind of woman. Oh, hello. You've met Claude. I would probably be the one for the more aquatic type.
Ooh, water?
Yeah, exactly. And
I can do a little bit with water. Just a little bit, though.
yeah, I've always had a fondness for it since childhood. Kind of worked towards it, and knowing the others has kind of helped. Other than that, we have mostly other students that would come in by, but we three typically lead things. Sinburn, Claude, and I.
So we have a fire dude, an earth dude, and an aquatic lass.
That's so. Yes, it is. We used to have a more air elementalist, but he seems a bit more busy nowadays.
Oh, that's a shame.
And then there's Q, wielder of all the elements.
Yeah. They're like, well, I'd love to learn like all the new tricks from each of you. I'm sure you'll be able to teach me of new ways to augment my fireballs.
Claude will actually speak up.
Hmm?
Actually, since you already attune so well to fire, doing things such as, I can imagine already, magma, volcanic eruption style things. Something a mixing of hot metallic or even earth and things.
I could do something like that, and I'm going to basically, whatchamacallit, use the, I think it's a cantrip? Yeah, use the cantrip of mold earth, but I'm gonna add like that little fiery singe to basically do like a little mini volcano.
Yes, just like that. Now just imagine that at a grander scale. Having someone with your talent here will be awe-inspiring. Now, I believe Sinburn mentioned that you're quite handy with the books.
Yes, I do love my books.
Susan here is quite well versed with books herself, but myself, I prefer more action. That said, though, if you're going to be hanging around here more, we should probably prepare a space for you. Susan kind of speaks up. Yeah, actually. Um, After our air elementalist guy left, his spot's been open. Here, let's lead you over here.
Okay.
And she kind of guides you over to a corner of the room. It seems like it's been cleaned out. Like, there's a corner that has more rocks and almost a druidic vibe. There's a corner with like water and stuff. And this one has been completely cleaned. No one's really settled down here yet.
Mm-hmm.
It has a desk, a empty bookshelf, and even some magical, like, bit of a magical inks and bobs, like a magical light, a pen well that keeps refilling.
This is perfect.
We assumed you might enjoy that. We
Except
have
there was
some...
a desk, right?
Yes.
After hearing that there's a desk that's hers, I'm gonna just crawl underneath of it.
It's a large enough desk to compensate you, yeah? Immediately, literally just guide you over and just aiming your eyes spot it. Immediately, like, gets under there. It's like, we were going to say make yourself at home, but see, you've already have.
It's perfect, thank you.
Now, I will say, club budgets. If you're going to be joining us, just speak with Sinburn. If there's anything particular you want to study, put resources in, we'll love to help, and we could divert some of our club budget towards it.
I was thinking of making some spell scrolls, like, you know, like those fireball spell scrolls type things, but use ones where I can augment it to be like how I make ice fire spell scrolls, or acid fire spell scrolls, or extra force fireballs, or lightning fireballs, and she's just going to reel off the elements and then add fireball to the end of them.
Claude has kind of like zoned out, but he kind of tunes back in and goes, "Oh, if that's the case, we can easily negotiate with the workshop group and get some supplies here and experiment with elemental infusions if you like."
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, then.
I'll be happy to teach you some of my techniques as well.
Sinmur's kind of like sheepishly goes, I mean, you kind of did just join and we're still the presidents, but at the same time, we would appreciate that." Oh, I should also probably mention Claude and Susan, they're in 3B.
We're in 4C. Yeah.
I guess that makes us your and then Sinburn kind of scratches his head. What are you getting at, Claude? No. And then Claude just speaks up. We're your senpais.
I know that word. We used to use that word all the All the time back in the Eastern Isles. I love that word. Senpai.
Wouldn't that be reverse?
I mean, they're a class ahead.
Oh, I thought 4 was the highest class. It was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, but they're B.
But they're 3B.
I think it's more.
Senpai is age and positioning above. So if they're in 3, that we would be their senpai.
I think it's more digression.
Yes, progression.
Yes. I get where you're coming from. Typically, 1C would be first years of Classroom C, whereas 4C would be fourth years of Classroom C. But different school, different words.
But that's what the word means.
It is basically A through C, and then they have their rankings of 4 is the highest of like A4 is higher than A1, but A1 is higher than B4.
I think that's the confusion. Okay, is the numbers or the letter the age?
Letters are the age.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was seeing it completely backwards because that's
Yeah.
usually how they do it.
Yeah.
I didn't know how it works, so I was like, all right, this is this.
We're the youngest? But I thought you said
You're the oldest of C. Of that age grouping. You're like a year or two younger than them.
But I thought
Let's just leave it in there, our senpais.
this is gonna have to be an after session discussion.
Yeah.
I don't know how Japanese work, and I want them to be the high. They're just kind of being humbled right now.
So
It's
then it would
okay.
be just they would be 4.
After session,
It's
guys,
okay.
continue.
Yeah.
4B.
It's
4B.
okay.
They're 4B.
There we go.
Yeah, we go. It's all good.
Yes, we came before 4B. Well, let's just get you all set up and, well, welcome to Elemental Club.
Yay. And I'll do like a full 90 degrees bow. It's like, thank you for having me. I'll be as much help as I can should I need it. Or should you need it.
And feel free to always have this. Now remember, as long as you're in this club, this space is accessible. So, here, let's give you. And he pulls out a, what kind of looks like a bookmark.
Mm-hmm.
Here, just put this in your book, and as long as you have it on your, you'll have access.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Well, as it is, I believe school shall be closed. You need anything else before you leave?
How often is school club like? Is it an everyday thing, or is it an every week thing, or an every month thing?
We typically have meetings every week,
Mm-hmm.
but don't let that deter you from speaking your mind, practicing, pulling. But as long as you're in here, each other's resources are at each other's disposal.
Okay. That's great. Thank you. And I'll wag my tail and be like, do you want to go home, Damon?
I poke my head out from underneath the desk. And I slowly nod.
Okay. I guess I see you sometime this week. And I'll just wag my tail and leave.
Okay. Lupo and or Goose, you both know your days are kind of coming to. I assume both of you are cleaning up.
Yeah, probably cleaning up, kind of like, de-gearing, all that kind of stuff.
You probably helped clean up the blood. Probably had to clean up the blood that Damon left
Oh,
over.
no, that's someone else's job, actually, Goose.
Yeah. There's a job. I mean, you can't. Do you help?
Do You want to,
Is-
Goose?
Do you
Okay.
want to help?
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay,
right.
well, yeah.
Goose
You
feels responsible. Oh, here, let me help. Yeah, participation.
as you're helping, okay. You get cleaned up, go inside, you're changing, and you come back out to help, and the room is basically been clear. There's a couple athletes still around, but you see the three delinquents that keeps bumping into you guys from your class and everything. They are wearing yellow vests, and they're actually cleaning up after the aftermath.
Ooh.
Hey guys.
Oh, hey. One of them puts out a cigarette. You actually here to help?
Yeah. Is there still a mess to clean up?
Uh, yeah. Well, your friend that messed up the one guy. That's kind of the only place that's left.
Okay. Well, you want to come on, Goose?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, the
Alright.
only spot that's left is basically the worst part of it.
Yeah.
So we basically didn't do anything. We've been
I'm pretty sure there's a Yamcha print up in blood, like in
Yes.
blood of the guy,
Yeah.
Jeff.
You know how hard it is to get blood stains on the grass? Very hard.
You mean sand?
Yeah,
Sand.
sand, yeah.
It's coarse
Well-
sand. It gets everywhere.
It's a bit more than that. And as they kind of got through, they show you there are claw marks all over the building that went in. And Lupo, you can kind of remember thinking back, it was a bit of a tight squeeze with him.
That's true.
And you're just looking through, there is dog hair, blood, muscle tissue just strewn about the place. You can swear you found multiple sets of teeth. And one of the delinquents speak up, I believe his name Rook. He speaks up, yeah, those battlefields are crazy. I mean, they keep you alive, but... And he shudders, and then the guy next to him goes, they're just having a bad time because the one guy kept punching you in the mouth. My teeth fell out and regrew. How can I not be horrified after that?
Yeah. King's Court's a rough game, man. Not for everyone.
This is true. At least it feels nice standing here when you're not getting hit. And Moose and Lupo, now that you actually don't have adrenaline going through you, you just kind of feel like if you have any aches and pains, especially you, Lupo, with your leg, you're not noticing the pain while you're on the field.
Gotcha.
You can still, if when you're walking, you kind of feel catch.
Yeah, like that twinge, that kind of thing, yeah.
Mhm. But it's not any pain from it. Well, if you're willing to help, you want bucket duty to get all the blood and scrub it, or do you want to pick up the bits and pieces?
What is it?
I'll do the
Lupo?
bits and pieces. I think, like, Goose with his magic might be better for the spots. What do you think, Goose?
Blood it is. He things the hand out for the bucket.
All right, he hands you the bucket. All right. Rook will help you with the bits and pieces, and the other two will help scrubbing because that's a lot of scrubbing. How are you going to tackle this? Are you going to do a manual moves? Or are you going to resort to magic?
I'm gonna prestidigitation the blood into the bucket.
All right. Give me, I guess, cleaning check. Which how am I going to determine that?
I mean, prestidigitation just cleans. That's what this
Yeah.
spell does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
He's gonna
fair.
check for it, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's just going to be consuming some time.
I'm pretty sure the bucket will get filled up eventually. Then I have to find somewhere to dump it. But hey,
Yeah.
where do I dump?
In that case, yes, because you will have to be moving. Can you just give me a general endurance check, like kind of con, because you are working to
It's
clean.
funny because he's choosing to do this because part of prestidigitation is you could just magic away the blood.
I would say, yeah, you don't really have to put it in the bucket.
It's a
Even
mixed bag.
then, you're still exerting because President.
I like this idea of him just putting the blood in buckets instead of getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Like all these other magic casters are like, you know, you can no, just leave Goose alone.
I said I go
like,
to.
magic is like they're like magic is a crutch. And like nah, this just it's just
I feel like it's like all other wizards in adventure stuff be like prestidigitation, and clean and whatnot, and you just go prestidigitation, lifts up blood, goes into bucket.
Everyone else uses it like a magic eraser. He uses it like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Even then, you still have to. You're getting into the nooks and crannies, and Prestidigitation only cleans like a portion. This is an entire building covered in blood.
That's why you do multiple castings of this stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
Cantrips.
So this is literally him climbing, multiple casting. It's still a lot of moving to clean.
My arm's getting tired. But I can't prestidigitation. Another one.
All right. Yeah. Can I also get a save for you?
Lupo? Yeah. Yeah. 19.
Yeah, you're feeling great in the rain. Cleaning just comes easy. You're just picking it up without issues. Like, oh, here's just a piece of arm. Let me just put this here and just dump it over to the incinerator.
Here's a molar. Here's, an eyelid.
Could keep it as a souvenir.
No. Got enough of those already.
You have just random eyelids around?
You don't remember my last, King's Cup championship? There was a fucking bloodbath.
Yeah, but you collected the eyelids?
Rook
Real
will
weird
speak up.
body part to collect.
Rook will speak up. Now, don't question the eyelids. You never know what the necromancers get up to.
I mean, I'm not there.
Now, anything that doesn't look usable, like, and he pulls up what looks like just shredded meat. Yeah, that's you could just dump into the incinerator.
Alright,
But if you find something intact, feel free to, set it aside. I'm sure some necromantic classes and cults will find use for it.
yeah, Lupo's just dumping it all in the incinerator, essentially.
Okay.
I have to ask, why is no one else freaked out about how comfortable this school is with the butchering and slaughtering of its own students, then reusing the parts for necromancy?
You're a
But necromancy
transfer
was
student.
allowed.
We are
Yeah.
not.
We're not. We're used to this. Don't listen to our
necromancy is
students,
not
Cal.
allowed in King's Court.
Yeah.
Like, it is not allowed as in, like, yeah.
I'm
that's
saying
the
the school in
Except for that
general.
one team, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there was one
Yeah.
team that did it.
The reason it got banned is because you're fighting
I'm all
from
about.
this one guy. Necromancers just kept cutting their arms off and rebuilding soldiers. That's why it got banned.
Trust me, the necromancy was the least of my concern when it came to King's Court, so it was more about the butchering and slaughtering of its own students. But anyways.
This is why it has regulations.
I mean, we could have probably got butchered and slaughtered too, but we didn't. It was the opposite.
Nah, they're NPCs, you're never gonna get butchered and slaughtered.
I mean, this is sadly true. After a few hours, though, eventually the place looks, spotless for a bloodbath. It looks usable again for practice.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I can use a nice rest.
Rook just kind of looks over. Yeah, actually, it was nice of you joining us. Normally we had a karaoke bar after it. Care to join?
I'm up for it. What about you, Goose? You want to join?
Karaoke.
It's like a bar where you can sing afterwards,
I like to just think that Goose is just like, yeah, I know what it means. I just like to say it like that.
The fact that he's telling that to a bar.
Probably just
Yeah.
more in shock to go asked.
All right
Like
then.
it's a joke. So, a moose named Goose walks into a bar.
Oh, go ahead. I want to hear how this goes.
I want to know. As it goes
He
out,
says,
though,
ow.
either way, each one of you end the day by going to your. Um, Lupo and Goose, you enjoy a night out with something I did not expect, but strangely wrote for
I am
spending
not
time with the
expecting this either.
delinquents.
When Moose, I'm sure when Goose tries to sing, it's like the most monotone thing ever.
You bring, give me a performance. Like, let's just get the last couple of things rolled.
And Bruce
I
like
wa-
he has to point
I
somebody
want,
each.
Right. I know.
want Goose to sing. I did it my way.
No.
From,
I know the perfect song for Goose Moose.
Alright,
Sound
do
of
it.
Silence.
No way, Rocket Man.
Oh yeah.
But,
Yes, Rocket
but
Man.
sung as William Shatner. Rock it, man.
Yes, that's exactly how it
It.
goes. Goose, do me a favor, and yep, there we go.
Goose
Perfect.
la-
Sing a couple lines of Rocket Man for us, please, though.
Yes, please.
I'm
That's good.
a rock.
Outro us as Rocket Man.
I don't know the song, the full song. Also
Man,
copyright.
I gotta send you the lyrics now. It's
Yeah.
already too late.
Copyrighted
This is the
stuff.
That I am planning on wrapping this up, so this will be our outro.
Yeah.
There's
I am a
anime
rock
credits over
it,
this.
man.
Yep,
Rocket Man. Burning out the fuel up here alone.
Now repeat that, everybody's just like, oh my god.
I'm a rock. It. Man.
Rock it, Moose Man.
So, are we just describing what we're doing for the evening?
Yes.
I'm just having a drink and a cigarette, just listening to Goose rock it out.
How? This
He's
is
back
literally
on
just. How will your characters spend the evening?
Q on the way to from going home and one because like Q and Damon have their own little apartment thing. She's
Can I
just gonna.
do this real quick? 'Cause I have a feeling I know how it's gonna go.
I don't know. How do you think it's gonna go?
Okay,
Free flight.
so just you can change that anything. Walking home, she's on his shoulders, just telling him all about the stuff that he was already there for and was excited for, and he's just the whole time like, "I'm glad you liked it," you know, They get home, okay, they're like setting all their stuff down, and she's still going, and he's still like, "Oh, I'm glad you like that," you know, they're just continuing on, and like cuts over to like bath time, like he's like washing her hair, and she's still going on about everything. Cut to dinner, he's like prepping dinner, she's still going on about it. Cut to video game time, they're both playing a game together, and she's still talking about it. To evening time, getting ready for bed, and like he's like, you know, like getting the lights turned off, getting everything like tucked and set, and she's like still going on about everything, even the stuff that he was there for. And then like he just like sits at the edge of the bed, like right as there's like just one light left to go, and you know like just stares at her and goes, "I'm glad you enjoyed it."
Snooze, 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 snooze.
I never relate to a character more in my life.
The entire time this is just the background footage for the anime credits of Rocket Man by Goose.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just pet her on her head for a little bit, and then I turn out the light and go to sleep.
0 hour, 9 a.m. BOI sent me the lyric page.
I did, yeah.
Please, an excerpt, please.
I miss the earth so much. I miss my wife.
Oh.
It's only out in space on such a timeless flight.
What's it called? Lupo gets his lighter out and, you know, holds it over.
The whole karaoke bar, just all the delinquents, lights are off, just a spotlight on Moose and lighters in the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is beautiful.
when Goose performs in monotone, but it still works.
Yeah.
Looks like he has a whiskey like glass with like an ice cube in it. It's like
Mhm.
slowly
It's
melting.
apple juice.
But it's just apple juice. Or
It's just how it is, yeah.
And credits. That is the first day of school.
I
Nice.
think we made an impression.
What a
Nice.
day. What a day.
Yeah.
What did you think?
That was fun. I like that.
I
That was
was
real
killed
fun, yeah.
somewhat. Twice.
I did 2 explosions. Yay!
I was in 2 separate fights that people had to stop before it got too bloody.
Yeah. Goose went
I'm a
from
monster.
Goose went from the guy who joins band every year to someone who joined the sports team and went to the bar afterwards. Can't deny that, Goose. You did it.
Yay.
I just love this idea of Lupo just like having this miserable rut, and it's like, what am I going to do to be able to play my favorite sport again? Who are these chuckle fucks? What the fuck?
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
After this year, the school will never have foreign exchange students again.
I think it probably just finally dawned on Lupo during that practice tryout match, like, oh shit, this is actually happening.
Kinda.
Just have that moment of like, huh, this is doable.
Also, haste, really? Anyways, we will see you guys
You
next
said
time.
a speed boost.
I
didn't
think haste
I
actually
thought you
happened.
were gonna do like Long Strider or
Haha, no.
Instead, I'm just gonna put you on fast forward, like.
No, you're asking for speed boost, you're asking for haste.
I mean, like, I personally, I didn't even think of haste either, so I was surprised.
Nobody
Okay.
thought of the haste Inquisition.
Yeah.
Before you end the stream, do you want to hear
What was that?
at the end of the day and after you rest, above game, everyone add 5,400 XP.
yeah, let's not worry about it.
Yeah,
Let's do milestone experience.
that's probably a better idea, yeah.
Alright, we're doing milestone. I'm just gonna say fuck it. Get a level.
Yay!
Already after a single school day?
We murdered those guys. And we
Jesus
exploded those guys.
Christ!
I mean, hey, that's
Wait,
DM's discretion. I mean,
wait. We will see you guys next time we have the stream of Private ESO before anything else. Until then,
yeah.
goodbye. Go ahead.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.